Hey guys, welcome back to RatAttack. Is this an Ethan one today? And I forgot the controller. So, I don't know how to move around without it. So, oh, there we go. A mouse must have ran over it. Because it's locked in a cupboard somewhere. So how you guys...
I'm actually here!
Oh my god!
Oh, you thought this was going to be a good episode.
That's going to be a good episode. That's the only funny part about that bit.
What are those?
What are those?
They're lost wandering
Damn,
souls.
Danielle.
Oh, I thought of something.
Enemies while you're in ghost form.
And yeah, what you said is funny too.
Thank you.
This is probably why, what's his name? Vivia always says like, I want to die someday. Because he's like always seeing the spirit world and he's like, bro, I want to be one of those things. I want to be Luigi's Mansion, Big Booba.
Probably not those
lady.
things. I don't think those would be his ideal pick.
Yeah, let's find out what these are. Lost wandering souls, she just said. Okay.
Huh.
Is this what Vivia was warning us about?
Yeah, just be careful not to touch them.
Okay.
What happens if I do?
They'd merge.
We'll be joining them! I can't wait to see that!
I want to touch them.
Why are you excited about that? Anyway, let's be careful and make sure not to touch them.
I'm gonna touch them.
So is this...
Time for the tutorial!
Get to Dr. Huesca's critical lab, but watch out for the wandering souls.
Hits. Things are gonna get nuts!
Uh-oh, they will drag whatever touches it to the afterlife, so be careful. So spooky.
Touch it.
Alright, let's hurry.
I'm gonna.
Oh, that was a close one.
You were supposed to kill me. Oh no!
We have to hurry to the crime
Man, the
scene.
afterlife is great. It's just the same thing.
A little anticlimactic.
Nothing to see here. Okay, so we can't go that way.
No. Well, you might be able to slip through.
A big one. Okay, so I just gotta slip through the crack here. Oh, that's kind of scary. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
These guys are just all over the place.
Flowing like a waterfall.
There you go. Hurry, hurry.
All right. Probably can't go that way. Let's try over here. Oh my god. Don't drop on me.
Can you
Oh my
just
God.
talk like Lumpy Space Princess for the rest of the episode?
Oh my god. But you're my...
guys. What the frick are these ghosts doing?
Oh no.
Oh, no. Oh my god, guys.
Oh my god, you my... I can't believe you died to that guy.
We have to hurry to the crime scene.
Do you think these are all of Shinigami's ex-boyfriends?
I can see that. We like asked Vivia about it, and he's like, I don't know what you're talking.
Okay.
There you go, you're doing it.
Okay, this ain't so bad. We're heading this way. Oh my god, how do I get through here? Join the conga line! Hey, Alright, move a little further, dude. Oh, okay, I'll just do this.
Macarena.
Hey, Macarena. This ain't
Go
too
now,
bad.
go now, slip through.
Oh my god.
Slip through, just go straight. Just go straight and right.
I'm waiting. There we go. Patience is a virtue! No! I just started to walk, but I was too late. Shinigami just shrugged. She does not
We have to
care.
hurry to the crime scene.
So don't get so close to me.
Step off, bro. What are you doing?
Trying to catch my fade, bruh? Okay. Now for this one.
Just run through. They're just crisscrossing.
Okay, here we go. Yeah.
It's really sweating!
Alright, we made it.
Go through the door. Just saving them a lot of budget by just having us walk through walls.
Clench your butt cheeks. Walk through that sucker.
My butt cheeks are always clenched.
We're here.
I don't actually have
There's
butt
no one
cheeks, I just
inside.
have metal prosthetic, like, pillows. They're rock hard. Every time I sit down, you just hear boom.
They're like hollow too, so you just hear the like never-ending echo.
Yeah.
Who cares if there is? Not like they can see you anyway.
It's a matter of how I feel. Even if they can't see me, it'd make me uneasy if peacekeepers
Oh my
were
god,
there.
you are such a baby. Aren't you like trying to avenge your dead
You'd be
friend
the
now?
exact same way. Don't you even lie.
I would not.
You're so sensitive to everything. It's like 1 decibel too loud in a room and you're like, I hate it in here.
I'm sorry for having preferences.
Well, that's all he's saying, bro.
No.
No.
In this case, though, that's like for me, like, oh, I'm
That's how it is.
in a place I'm
already used to it,
chilling
so
out
I
at. It's very
love it.
loud in here. I'm uncomfortable. Versus like, I need to figure out who tried to murder my best friend so I can avenge them or whatever. It's like, okay,
His best friend,
All right.
Dr. Westcott.
yeah, Dr. Westcott. No, Yako. No, he's not dead yet, but he probably will be.
Yeah,
I'm hoping.
He might be. I don't know.
It'd be good story progression if he dies anyways.
Well, I mean, either way, he's probably going to be in like critical condition for a while, even if he lives.
Yeah, but who's gonna take care of him? Peacekeeper's gonna be like, no, don't help him if he goes to a hospital.
Kurumi can do it. I'm halfway surprised Kurumi isn't here, to be honest.
She might be like, hello, it's me! I killed Dr. Huesca!
That'd be a
Weska.
cool twist. Joeska.
Joeska.
Alright, in I go.
Meow.
You think Vivia
Nobody's
uses
here.
that power to
Guess
like
the peacekeepers
keep
have
on
better
people?
stuff to do than investigate after all that happened.
Probably not like in a perverse way, but more just like people he finds interesting.
He's probably like asexual anyway.
Like I could see him like following someone around all day to stalk them, but as soon as they like take a shower or use the bathroom, he just waits outside.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? I see him like that.
Has some respectfulness there.
Right.
I wonder if the doctor's body.
What if he's
is still
just as
here.
perverted as Desahiko? Even worse.
I'll kill whoever made the game. This is a death threat, and you can't hold me liable in court.
Soul is still floating around here, unable to pass on.
Yeah, it'd be nice if we could just interview him.
I just scared myself.
Maybe you can.
Hey, if we meet the doctor's soul, maybe we can ask him what happened.
You know what, though?
This may be
This poses
weird
something
for
interesting.
me, but I doubt it'll be that easy.
What'd you say?
This poses something interesting.
What?
Shinigami is not tethered to our body, but our soul.
Mm-hmm.
Just something I want to point out in case that comes, like, to relevance later.
You
You know
just-
what I mean? Like, I could see that
Right.
being, like, a... It's just
Like a
interesting.
clue
Yeah.
later on.
That it's not, like, our body that's tied to things, it's our soul.
Yeah.
So I wonder if there could be something there.
I wonder how often we'll be outside of our body as a soul figure.
Probably not, but it could just, like... I mean, souls are a big part of this game anyways, so it could come up later, like... You know,
could.
like if she says... She's, like, trying to trick you, and you're like, no, you're actually tied to my soul or something.
Mm.
You know, something along those lines.
Otherwise, she'd be tethered to our body right now.
Exactly.
I guess so. We'll just have to take this one step at a time.
The poison gas kills you.
Look around in here first.
Is there even anything to look at?
Maybe
Just
the computer.
this.
Yeah.
This intercom is connected to the doctor's lab. I spoke to Dr. Weska a few times over this. We were talking on the intercom when the incident started.
We started sending nudes back and
Dr.
forth.
Weska, I'll come get you. Can you shut off the security on your end?
Wait. What the?
You know...
Dr. Weska, what's wrong?
Wait. Who are you? Help! Somebody come help me!
Is it possible that
Doctor?
Dr. Huesca is the guy,
Is
and he just
Fink-
wanted out?
He did look like a big guy.
Yeah, like, I could see, like, if you put them right next to each other, they look the same.
A little bit.
And then he was in a
The
lab
doctor was
coat.
attacked by someone. That means the intruder was already inside at the time.
Yeah.
And who else could get in there but Dr. Huesca?
That'd be cool if he had like a twin or just like a body double or something.
I would think
So
just
it
it's a
has to
fake
have
dead
been the
body.
hitman.
Yeah.
How did he get inside? The security system was still active, so it should have
But
been
you would think
impossible to
Shinigami
enter.
would be able to like tell.
How did the killer get
Tell what?
in?
Oh, if he's actually
Where
dead or
did he
not?
go
Yeah.
after murdering the doctor?
Well, maybe when
You'd
we're
think
investigating,
Shinigami would be able to tell a real dead body, you know?
maybe in ghost form it'll look weird.
Maybe.
Also, does Shinigami see
This is
those,
the airlock.
flying
Let's check
guys
it
all the
out in
time?
case there are any clues.
the ones that insta-kill us?
It sure seems like it. But probably just ignores them. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Decontamination device.
Suspicious, Master?
What's suspicious about it?
This is the decontamination device. If toxic gas leaks from the other chamber, this device is supposed to ensure it doesn't spread.
Okay.
What's inside the vents? I want to scope it out further, but I'm
Walk
too
in.
short.
Yeah, you can just peek your head in.
Master, did you forget you're a ghost right now?
Oh, right! I can just do this.
Oh my
Oh.
god. You learned that quick.
Floating. Whoa.
No kidding. This spectral.
This is like the
projection
one
is
power I'd
such
wanna
a
keep.
Convenient forte.
Yeah.
Like, rewinding time would be good, but it just uses too much of her stamina.
Yeah, this
then-
you just do while you're sleeping.
I guess Desahiko's wouldn't hurt, but he has to bring around all his, like, kits.
Yeah, his doesn't even seem very supernatural.
If that anemic vampire joined the investigation from the start, this could have gone much faster.
Maybe, but there's no point in debating it now. The vent has a cover with bars on it. It looks hollow inside. but it's too dark to say for certain. The cover has a hinge on it. It looks like it can be easily opened and closed.
Peek your head in.
Oh, that's right. I can't touch it since I'm a ghost right now.
But you can peek your head in.
Yeah,
But there's no need to open it with my hand. I can just stick my head inside.
I'm aware. Please do it.
Whoa.
There's a lot of space in here.
Oh.
Hey, maybe this was the way out. The intruder must have come through here.
Where's it lead
That's
to?
it, right?
Probably right to the office, I guess.
This is the main part of the decontamination device. During decontamination, the fins rotate to suck out air.
Mm-hmm.
The structure isn't built for someone to get inside. It's designed to filter air and
Could they
nothing
kick that
else.
fan in and go further?
Yeah, could they detach it?
Yeah.
I mean, let's check all the others and see.
This couldn't be used as an escape route.
No?
Well, having an easy escape out of a locked room is like covering
Why does
your
the bottom
pizza
look different there?
anchovies.
How's that?
Because it'd ruin the whole thing.
I was
Sure.
not listening.
The cover is easy to open and close, probably for maintenance.
But he could have hidden. That's probably where he hid when we ran in, you know? Possibly.
Or where he hid when we left. If he was hiding behind the door and then we pressed the one button.
Well, you
Could've-
remember when the robot hits the button to go in the lab and then it's like really slowly opening? I'm guessing he ran all the way in here and hid inside here.
Wouldn't the gas still go off though? We hadn't disabled the device yet.
Maybe that's true.
I would think the gas would still go off and we would have noticed it. I honestly think he probably stayed behind the robot like perfectly or hid behind the door.
Yeah.
Probably hid behind the door. And then when we disabled everything, real quick, he ran over there and, you know.
Could have.
Because there was a lot of time
Alarming
between...
Remembering this, it could be a clue
Well-
for something else.
No, because we were pretty much right here. I feel like we would have heard him or
Yeah, I
seen him.
feel like we would have beat him to it, honestly.
But other spots this was at.
Right. Well, we'll see what's in the other rooms. Maybe there's more hiding spots.
This way.
But that's the only thing I could see that really being for if you can't go through the blade thing.
Right.
We've arrived! It's the dangerous toxic gas chamber! Once it detects an intruder, it'll puff out toxic gas.
It'd be cool if it still went
Like a
off.
terrifying
A lot of
contraption.
implications there.
Yeah.
Well, it's disarmed, so there's nothing to worry about. Also, you're a ghost, so it wouldn't detect you anyway.
Let's check this out too.
Okay.
Find out for you?
Is there anywhere you could leave from?
So this is where the toxic gas comes out.
Just this one, in this one corner.
It's
Probably still be
supposed to
enough.
super fatal, right?
Yeah, the toxic gas is bacterial, so regular gas masks aren't supposed to work against it. Even if you hold your breath, it'll be absorbed
Wear a
through
COVID
the
mask
skin,
underneath.
and there is no treatment for it in the world. The bacteria takes time to spread through your body, and you'll supposedly die after
I
about 30
supposedly
minutes.
highlighted. 30 minutes, okay?
Someone said you need a spacesuit to move through here safely.
Such a scary trap. Whoever invented it won't have a peaceful death. Wait, that already happened!
There doesn't seem to be a secret exit, which makes sense as it defeats the purpose of having a toxic gas chamber.
If that's the case,
Um?
how did the intruder get through the chamber?
How to get through the chamber? Well, I don't know.
Now, I have no idea.
Unless a robot did it or something, but
And we've arrived at the last room, the panel chamber.
can we go in those vents?
There are 9
That'd be a
panels
good hiding
divided into
spot.
3x3
If those all connect,
and
you could just
must
skip
step
this
on
whole
them in
thing.
the order that the doctor set. Make one mistake, and you get zapped with high voltage.
The high voltage isn't just a threat. We've seen what happened to Amapel. It's not a problem since security is disarmed at the moment.
Also, you're
Could you just
still a
jump on those little
Ghostmaster.
bolts in the middle?
Those are where the laser beams come up, remember?
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, those.
I see.
There are 9 panels in a 3x3 configuration. You must step on them in a special order to proceed. Let me look at the vent. There we go.
There you go.
This is the decontamination device in the panel chamber. It looks like it's here to purify any toxic gas that escapes from the chamber next door.
Right.
But the cover doesn't open and close like the decontamination device in the airlock.
Oh, okay.
There's no way someone can fit through.
Oh.
There's no going in those ones.
I
Unless
see. Attention!
you wouldn't enter and leave through this spot, but a different one.
What do you mean?
Like, they didn't go through these rooms at all. They had, like, ventilation they went through.
Yeah, we'll have to check in... Oh my god, they're just in there. We'll have to check in there to see if there's any other possible entrances. But with these couple rooms... I mean, there's no other in and out in here.
Hey, why are you going back?
There's no other in and out in here.
She sounded so hurt.
I know, she's like, wait, the mystery! And there's no other in and out in here that we're aware of, so...
I still wish we'd peek through them. Like, I know since we didn't, it's probably not relevant, but...
Yeah.
Or it'll be a check it out later type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And here's what all that security was protecting. Pressing the switch opens the door to the doctor's lab. We managed to get this far earlier, thanks to Amapal and Fubuki's forte.
I see it all, like it's flashing right before my eyes.
Yeah, maybe this will be the first case where it's someone with a power, you know?
Yeah, could be.
Looks like this is it, my man. Hurry up and hit that switch.
Definitely not something you can really
Just
ring
need to
out
stretch
ever.
Amapal's arm out to that switch.
It's not something wet?
You could ever really ring out. Like, say isn't the case.
Right, yeah.
We're in a hurry, but this door is moving so slowly. Yuma, that should be good enough. Hurry up and move Amapel through that crack in the door.
Oh yeah. Didn't the researcher mention when an arm's extended, no other controls will function? I guess I need to pull back the arm first.
Now we can move again. Hurry, Yuma.
So yeah, that would have been the perfect opportunity. Well, I guess we got pushed by something once we went in the door, though.
Yeah, I think he was in here the whole time. Or
I remember the trouble you
could
had
something
waiting
have been
for the
set
door
up
to
like
open.
rigged?
We didn't see anything, like, tipped over.
What if, okay, if it is Dr. Huesca, like we might be thinking, what if the thing that pushed us over is the contraption that shot the knife at the dummy? We'd have to kind of see the angle, but you know what I mean with that?
Yeah. I'm not even positive it's a dummy, though. TBH.
Could be a really realistic one.
It could be, but...
We didn't have time to look.
I don't know. We'll see now, I
It
guess.
opens really slowly, and we also had to retract Amapel's arm.
Though if we can tell it's a
Tried to
dummy,
hurry
it'll be
inside,
over so
but
quick.
Amapal suddenly
What if it
fell
has something to
over.
do with the immortal monster? Like, thinking about it chapter-wise, this whole chapter was like, we came here to investigate the immortal monsters.
So what if it was him?
What if he was, like, one of the test subjects or something? Yeah. So he, like, his body's not there, but you see, like, bloody footprints walk away now when you go in there.
Or maybe he like just gets a new body when he dies?
Yeah.
Something like that?
I don't know. Or maybe it has something to do with what, like, the spirits, like what we are.
Right.
There were no steps or obstacles, so why did that
It
happen?
must have been something to the side that pushed us, like, over to that right side.
I'm sure it was pushed by the fleeing culprit.
That has to be it.
I don't know. It seems like too obvious an answer.
Passed by the culprit as he headed out.
The door of the panel chamber is designed to open slowly. Well, with the angle he pushed us out, he would have had to leave this way again. And then...
But where was he hiding that we didn't see? Did he just jump in that vent right away while we were looking around with the robot?
the one over here.
Yeah.
My guess is maybe this stayed off the gas chamber once this room started decontaminating. And then, well, the door was locked. Remember? He turned around and he was like, the door is locked while it's decontaminating.
Yeah, so he couldn't have just sprinted back, I
Did
don't
it
think.
unlock after that?
I don't think so.
It would never said that it did.
If it unlocked, it would have activated again when he ran through it.
There
You
are
would
other
think.
places to check out.
I
you
know, shut up, I'm thinking. All
So I
right,
feel
what's
like
in here?
you either have to wait
The peacekeepers are here.
until the thing's been shut off,
Uh-huh.
or for some reason he was able to go through without activating the toxic gas.
Or
Or it just wasn't activated again, but even that I don't think would be the case. They designed that better.
we had 3 peacekeepers and Yomi walk in here too. But I guess that was after we came in, so I guess it could have been
Yeah, there's
him.
a lot of time between.
I don't know.
No need to worry about it. They can't see you at all.
It still feels pretty weird.
Can we possess the guy's body like Shinigami can?
That'd be really cool. So just looking at this room, the Amapal's still here.
Still holding down the button, which is interesting.
Yeah, that should... It just keeps everything
There
disabled.
are other places
Yeah,
to check.
yeah. I am so sorry I tried to walk out the door for half a second. We hit this button at what time to let ourselves in.
Mm-hmm.
So if the second we hit this button, he's hiding over in this room right here, like waiting for everything to be unlocked. All the doors opened, right? So we would have seen if someone was running down, right?
Well, we had free cam too when we were running down here. So he couldn't have just been like hiding in a corner we perfectly missed.
Yeah. Okay. Disabling all security systems activation has been recorded in the log.
So we should check out that log.
The status of every room is safe. Looks like security's been disarmed. Let's go. I think,
that's as we're running through.
They didn't really talk much after that. They went in pretty immediately, so...
There's got to be...
I don't think he could have just booked it right for the...
No, there's got to be an in-between. Also, he's a big guy.
That's what I wanted to know.
You would have, like, heard him or seen him, I think.
Maybe, but it's also thick metal doors. What is she getting lovey-dovey for?
Yeah, but everything was open as soon as that door down there was open. So there's no real... He'd have to hide in here. Which he probably did once the robot was tipped over.
Where would he hide? We'll just have to look around.
There's a vent on the ceiling we could look at.
You went through the vent in the ceiling!
There's a small vent here.
Look up.
It's not large enough for a person to get through. And the cover
Maybe
is
Flat
fixed in
Stanley
place.
did it.
Oh my
The only
god.
culprits who could get through here would be fairies or gnomes.
There's a tiny vent in the critical lab, but the cover's fixed in place and not large enough for a person to pass through. Well, food cabinet?
There's canned food and water bottles here. This all looks like food. There isn't much left.
Maybe the motive of the murder was he was hungry.
The guy wasn't right in the head if he was surviving for months on such plain food.
Yeah, it's fairly strange.
Well,
Okay.
was he really surviving off this food then?
There are canned food and bottles of water inside the lab, however, not much of either remains. Well, interesting. What do you guys have to say?
The peacekeepers are still talking. I wonder what else they have to say.
By the way, do you know anything about this dead old guy?
They don't even know him?
I worked security here. The geezer was famous in the worst possible way. He took advantage of people for his research and didn't care how many were sacrificed. He seemed to have gotten even more and more arrogant over the last few years. 3 years ago, the higher-ups canned his big project. He lived as a shut-in.
Hey,
after that.
3 years ago is when Makoto became boss.
Right. He would probably be the higher up in question then.
What was the big project he canned?
A big project? Is it the same one Makoto mentioned?
He was part of a big project that was cancelled in the past. He's shut himself in here ever since.
There's really no way to verify now if that research was about homunculi.
The old man was hard of hearing, so he couldn't really hear what anyone said.
Hard of hearing.
Comes to other people, their words literally fell on deaf ears. And that being said, he could read lips.
Okay. So he wouldn't have been able to hear someone enter, maybe?
Read lips?
We're at a hard time
So we
hearing it.
watched someone's mouth to figure out what they were saying?
Lip reading? So that explains what he said back then.
Who the hell are you? I refuse to speak with
Oh,
any
because of the
disrespectful
mask.
Okay.
Either take off your mask or present someone whose mouth I can view.
Back then, the doctor refused to talk with Makoto. It was because he couldn't read his lips due to the mask he wore.
Between you and
Interesting.
me, there were some suspicious rumors about the old man, too.
What rumors?
Yeah, I want to know.
You don't have ears.
Said he shut himself in here for research. He was plotting something bad.
Yeah, that's kind of what Makoto was hitting at.
And what's that?
He was planning to flee from Kanai Ward.
So maybe it could be a suicide then. He's like, I'm gonna fake my own death and leave.
A fake suicide then.
That's
Right.
stupid. It's not even possible.
Well, it's just a rumor. After what happened, we'll never know.
How would he get a fake body though?
He's got state-of-the-art equipment here.
What if this one on the ground is Fink the...
I guess that's
Killer.
what the geezer was up to.
Oh, and he just happened to do it right?
Yeah, like what if he knew he was coming? Like he had 3 days or something in advance.
To plan something out.
After he got this death threat, you could be like, okay, I got state-of-the-art weapons technology. Try me, B-word.
True. All he has to do is wait for the guy to show up and shoot him.
Yeah, and then he's like, well, now you're gonna take over as me. And then he left.
Master, looks like you got some nice info since you turned into a ghost.
Trying to escape Kanai Ward would be considered betraying Amaterasu Corporation. Did the hitman go after him because
Yeah.
of this?
That's almost now my theory is like suicide,
Escapism.
something like that.
Yeah.
Someone in Amaterasu Corp who knows the doctor could have hired a hitman to kill him. But who?
Yeah, who's the person in Amaterasu that he was working with? Doctor had hearing issues severe enough that he could be considered deaf. He was also trying to flee Kanai Ward. Smart feller if he can just read lips like that. There's his toilet. I don't see anything cray-cray in there.
I don't think there's anything in there for us.
Doctor's notebook.
There's an open notebook on the desk. Does it have to do with the doctor's research? It contains symbols and diagrams.
Alright.
Looks
What's
like
he
he's
researching?
splashing liquid on someone. What does it mean?
Splashing liquid on someone.
Like acid? Maybe to disfigure a face?
Maybe...
We can't even see his face.
Yeah, not really, but we won't be able to lift it now.
That's what I mean. That might be the big thing.
There are
Yeah,
other places to
it's
check
not
out, you
him.
know.
I'm really curious why his shoes aren't on.
Maybe there's only one pair in here
Maybe.
that would like fit him.
This is the doctor's
He's got an
computer.
epic gaming
The
setup.
screen looks like it's in sleep mode.
He's just a YouTube streamer.
Welcome back to my
I'm sure it
Minecraft
contains
Let's
some
Play,
important
guys.
Data, but I can't touch it in ghost form. I wish there was a way to check it out.
Too bad we're in incognito mode right now.
Yeah.
It's so sad when you can't touch anyone. I totally know the feeling. I guess you just gotta give up.
Oh,
Boo-hoo.
There are other places to check out, you know.
girl, I've been walking for half a second. Chill.
The stuff here appears to be chemicals. There are symbols on each label.
So I'm still curious. There were clues to do with the robot still that we did not have to use, like the carrying 100 kilograms thing. The remote control thing we did use because we remote controlled it.
Could just be red herrings. Or
It could.
maybe he stood on the robot for some reason.
I mean,
That's
could
something-
he have had a modified version of the robot? He could go inside.
It's a really small robot, though.
A big modified version of the robot. Why are all the other robots damaged too? Is kind of suspicious, you know.
True, that could be some tampering.
So, anyway,
The one on the
chemicals.
front is
H2SO9. So hydrogen 2, sodium.
Oxygen? Or no, sodium and then 9.
Oh, I know this symbol. It's probably sulfuric acid.
Okay, I'm glad you knew.
Only acidic liquid that can melt anything.
All right.
sulfuric acid.
Like a face.
I better not touch it then. Then again, I can't touch anything right now.
Well, yeah, maybe.
This reminds me, I saw this symbol on the label in the notebook earlier.
Oh, okay. So he wanted to splash sulfuric acid on someone.
Yeah, it's
Presumably
the
his
same.
killer?
It's the symbol for sulfuric acid.
So the
Oh, okay.
doctor was trying to splash sulfuric acid on someone? Oh, but sulfuric acid could melt clothes and skin. It'd be a terrible sight.
Melting clothes and skin.
Wait, who's that face on the picture there? Wait, whose face is that?
Press X.
I can't really see.
Kinda looks like Yuma.
It looks like a black-haired Yuma, yeah.
Yeah. Could be Makoto.
That would be interesting. I was just about to say that. If you look at Makoto, he actually has kind of an Ahoge thing too. It's just like, and it's going off to the same side as Yuma's, like off to his right side. It's just way longer. So it does, you know, just further make you wonder about the brothers or twins theory. Okay, what's this? No, look at his feet. Why are his feet? He's not wearing shoes. It's important, I know it.
The knife is
There's a few
probably
different
3 stab
knives.
wounds.
It has a unique shape. There's an inscription on it. I can see the letter F.
Is it an F though?
Is Fink the killer even real? Or was this actually him is a better question.
I don't know. Think the killer could be like an Amaterasu person too.
But I just wonder if this is like a big elaborate suicide thing, if
Yeah.
there even is a Fink guy and this is just made up.
Looking at the blood flow again though, it is leaking downward
Right.
as if he got stabbed while he was standing up and then fell over.
Hey, shouldn't we move the
Oh,
corpse
there's
out of
his
here
face.
soon?
Yeah.
They're always telling us to clear out corpses quickly since the rain makes them rot so fast.
Nah, we leave it alone until we receive further orders. Did you see the knife stuck in his back?
No, where is it?
It's the one
His
that
coat
Fink the
looks burnt
slaughter
around the
artist
bottom.
uses, right? I've heard about his knives inscribed with the letter F.
It does. I was looking at that earlier. I don't know if that's just part of his like design or whether it's like related.
They say that's his proof to his clients that he was the one who got the job done.
So Fink the slaughter artist really killed the doctor? I thought those detectives did it.
Either way, it doesn't matter. Hey, don't you think a knife from a famous hitman would go for a high price?
Huh? You thinking of stealing evidence? You better not keep it all for yourself.
So that
That's all you
unique
care
knife
about?
belongs to Fink the slaughter artist. Speaking of which, the knife near Chief Yako looked strangely similar to this.
Right.
So the doctor was, in fact, killed by Fink?
This is such a yeah. I forgot about Yako's whole thing. Like, it's such a weird case. What's the point of stabbing Yako at all?
Maybe he saw this face.
Maybe. But he even called him Fink the slaughter artist. He didn't say like.
Was he saying that's Fink, or was he like trying to say like that's not Fink or something?
I don't know. You'd think he'd be smarter to make it like clerical.
It's an old
Wesker.
trope, you know.
Yeah.
I never even got to ask him about the homunculi, and now he's dead.
He has 3 wounds on his back. A knife is still stuck in one of them.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't appear to have any other injuries. It's safe to assume this was the cause of death. I'm like an awesome detective's assistant.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
Doesn't the stab wounds look weirdly black? Do you think there could have been sulfuric acid on the knife?
What would that do? And also, the acid would melt the ice. Sulfuric
I
acid.
mean the knife.
Yeah, whatever I said. But
It could.
sulfuric acid melts like everything but ceramic and a certain type of plastic.
Maybe it's a plastic knife.
I learned that through Breaking Bad, by the way.
Be a ceramic knife. I don't know.
Maybe.
Thanks, you've been a great help.
Say it again. Compliment me more.
Nah. There are 3 stab wounds in Dr. Weska's back. With no other injuries, this appears to be the cause of death. And, okay, what's the point of the power outage again? Because the power went out...
That's true, yeah.
When did the power go out, exactly? At what time?
I think we were in the camera room.
I think so, too.
Is when they...
And then we were like, we gotta run and check on Dr. Weska. And Dr. Weska was still alive, right? And he was
Yeah.
like, I run on my own power over here. So, what was the point of that?
Maybe that's just to get in the building.
He was already in the building, though. He assaulted 2 of the guys at the front.
That's true, I forgot about that.
I don't know. What else would it
There
disable?
are other places to check out.
He said
though.
not. The power didn't even go out here for a second, so there was no like gap for him to do anything really. Well, gee, I'm a little stumped.
Oh, we'll figure it out.
Homunculi we used is
There's a
still
footstep
here.
on his head.
I did promise to
Look at
return
that.
it.
That's probably when he got kicked.
Could be.
Or, that's a very, like, top kick, though.
Yeah, and it's backwards because we got kicked from our right.
That's right, yeah, that's true. So for some
Do you
reason...
think he jumped on us?
Maybe. That's a good question. We need to look up above the robot.
Yeah, they'll point it
What's
out.
this? Looking at it carefully, there's a mark on the back of its head. Is that a shoe print?
Oh my god, it was the clock tower guy. It comes all the way back.
No!
Well, what's a shoe print doing there?
I don't remember seeing this mark when we sent Amapel into the airlock.
They kind of match Yuma's shoes though, a little bit.
Yeah, a little.
Could it have been from back then? When we tried to enter the lab, Amapel fell over.
Yeah,
The fleeing culprit kicked it! It must have left a mark!
but that's not where the mark would be. His foot would have to be inverted.
And also on, like, the side.
You would think.
You finally found a sign of the killer! All that's left is to figure out how the culprit managed to get through that perfect security.
Oh! And the guy who's dead isn't wearing shoes. Did he take his shoes to, like, hide
that's
evidence? Do you think he just pushed him with his shoe?
Maybe, just to screw up the investigation.
Maybe, because I don't know. Again, we got pushed from the right side, so his foot wouldn't be backwards like that.
Unless he put the shoe, like, backwards on his hand.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But
No, I think that bot was used to get somewhere.
yeah,
Because then the weight about
the
it
weight
comes
thing
in.
would come in play. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
There's something more to this. But when did they do this is my question.
So if they jumped on him from his left side, actually, and then jumped where? We gotta like back up and look.
But when did he have time to
Biggest
do
mystery
this?
Here.
Time to do what?
Jump on the robot.
Just the second we came in. That's what tipped us over, is him jumping on the robot.
So, oh, okay. If he jumped on it and then the motion of him going forward
Yeah, like
is
tips
what
him over.
knocked us to the side.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Okay.
So I want to back up and look at. So I
I think that's about it.
think I've checked what I can here. Okay. So I think we walk in and he's standing like right here, right?
Uh huh.
And then he jumps on the robot.
And as he's moving forward or out the door, the motion from his foot would kick it over.
You would almost think he's jumping to the vent.
Or on the shelf?
Right, but how, like, what does that accomplish, you know? In what way would he be able to fit through a vent unless it was, like...
Maybe he just happened to be over there. Like, this might not have been a super planned thing. He was just, like, right here after killing him. The door's opening, so he jumps over to the couch and gets ready to jump whoever's there.
Uh-huh.
And then it's a robot, so he just jumps over it and leaves.
Could be. He could have just left after that, too.
And then gone to his little hidey hole,
It's
I
just a
guess,
strange detail. At that point, you would just kick it over, you know? Rather
Yeah.
than jump on it. Is he trying to reach something? Was he hiding, like, up above here?
There are other places to check out.
No, there's literally not. I investigated everything. Well, that's going to do it for this episode.
Lots of questions. Lots of questions.
It's hard to say. I mean, Fink the Killer is like yeah, it could be Fink the Killer because,
Well,
you
who
know.
even is that?
Is there anything that disproves it's Fink the Killer?
Done here.
I would say just
Slaughterer.
the possibility that the doctor wanted to leave.
Yeah, that helps. So what's the point of... Okay, I'm genuinely thinking this shoe print could be like this guy's shoes.
But he's not wearing
Do you
them.
even see any other shoes on the ground anywhere?
No.
Like, I understand walking around your lab barefoot, that's no problem, but he would at least have a pair of shoes in here in case he wanted to leave, you know?
Right.
I don't see any pair of shoes on the ground or nothing. So if he, like, takes his shoes, I don't know.
I'm more focused
I really
on the
don't know.
movement than the shoes.
Yeah, but it's still a good clue, because they don't even point it out. That's how you know it's important, is the fact they don't point it out.
Right.
That's how you know it's the clue that's going to tie the whole thing together is, wait a second, Dr. Wesker didn't have his shoes on!
Right.
So, I still don't know that, I'm stupid. Sulfuric acid, what would you do with the sulfuric? Man, there's just so many parts. It would cause clothes and skin to melt, rendering the victim unrecognizable. Why is that pointed out? It's almost like he did it to himself, so that no one would recognize him when he leaves?
Maybe, but
Or
he's right there.
maybe it has something to do with why his shoes got stolen. So, like, maybe he burnt the guy's feet and, like, melted his shoes, and he was like, I need new shoes now.
You know
Or
something else I
something.
wonder, too?
Huh?
Don't you think the body would bleed a little bit more?
The part I find odd, actually, now that you pointed out, why is there blood coming from his stomach?
Right. What if he... Okay, a question. What if he just, like, poured some blood down? Like, what if that is a dummy, right?
Uh-huh.
He poured some blood on the bottom, and then also, like, put some on the back, gave it a stab a few times, and then he's the one escaping.
Yeah, now that you mention it,
Like, it's weird the blood is just like that.
why? Yeah, the blood doesn't look right at all, actually.
And that knife isn't deep enough to go all the way through. So maybe
You
he
would-
has a wound on the front, too.
You wouldn't think so. Yeah, I think he must.
But I wouldn't think you'd bleed from sulfuric acid either. Like, shouldn't that just melt everything so it just, like, cauterizes itself, kinda? I don't know.
I would think
Or
it
no,
wouldn't
you know what?
bleed
No.
as much, but...
I don't think it would, because in Breaking Bad they do that, where they melt people in barrels, and the barrels are always, like, a mess of, like, blood and guts.
Oh.
So...
Well...
I assume that show's pretty accurate about that type of thing.
If he got stabbed in the stomach, I don't know.
Well, just for three
Yeah, that's
stabs,
that's another really good clue. I'm glad you said something.
It's just, like, the amount of blood on his back doesn't seem correct. Like, I feel like there should be way more, especially if you're stabbing 3 different times.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a tiny splatter.
Well, I don't know. If he's on the ground already, then the gravity's just going to keep his blood in his body.
That's
but
true.
I'm more concerned with the blood on
the bottom.
the
Yeah.
bottom. Yeah, like what is up with that? Could he have fallen on something and started bleeding? Could he have?
Maybe got stabbed in the gut first.
I want to say.
Also, okay, think of this.
When
he got attacked, he was at his computer, which is all the way across the room.
Like over here, yeah.
So how did he end up bleeding dead over there? You know what I mean?
Maybe he was reaching for something?
Maybe he was in a fight or something? So that's just such a big distance to cover.
Well, if the guy comes in, like, here, you know, and then he's over here, the only place to run is like, oh my god! And then he catches up to him and he's like, bleh.
There's still no, like, real signs of a struggle, though.
Not
It's a
really,
mess
but
in
how
here,
much is
but-
a deaf old man gonna struggle?
True.
But yeah, that's a very interesting point. I still want to say he probably got stabbed in the back first because the blood is flowing downwards as if, you know, gravity.
And then maybe he just fell down.
Lots of theories we could make here, but I feel like we still need like 1 or 2 more clues before we can like say like okay,
right?
You know. But
Are you done here?
yes, I am. That's the video.
Well,
thanks
you
for
should save the
watching,
game real
everyone.
quick.
Huh?
Save the game.
That's a good idea.
You're welcome. Anyways, goodbye, guys.
Bye.